Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like there is plenty to talk about regarding Star Wars lately, because now with the Acolyte coming out very soon, there is tons of stories going out there right now because the cast is doing basically another Rings of Power situation, right? So what happened when Rings of Power first came out? You had all the castmates talking about essentially how hard it was to be a person of color. That was really what they were trying to do. You had multiple castmates essentially saying that this was the first time people of color were in fantasy. This was the first time people of color were in Lord of the Rings, even though that's inaccurate completely due to the actual source material, but they don't really know what the source material is talking about. They did all of this PR spin, and now Star Wars is trying to do the exact same thing tenfold with the Acolyte. Now, I have multiple articles coming out about the Acolyte, but in this particular video, we're going to talk about the actress Amandla Stenberg that apparently claimed that the world of fantasy and sci-fi hasn't felt safe for people of color. It hasn't always been a safe space, apparently, for people of color. This is a narrative. This is a absolute BS narrative that they're trying to push, and I don't really know why they're trying to do that other than obviously playing the race card. So we're going to get into the article, guys, but of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like to push us out into the YouTube algorithm to help us fight the YouTube suppression we are currently facing every single day. So according to the Bounding Into Comics article, it says the Acolyte actress Amandla Stenberg recently asserted that the world of fantasy and science fiction has not been a safe space for people of color while promoting the upcoming Star Wars Disney Plus series. So just right off the bat, I want to ask anybody who's watching my channel right now, who is a person of color, who is a black person, Hispanic person, whatever the case may be, apparently it's not safe for you guys. I don't know if you guys were aware of that, but it's not safe for you in this space. It's news to me because I've been enjoying this space for many years now, but apparently it's not safe. According to the actress Amandla Stenberg, it's not safe. It's never been safe. It just now has become safe because they made the Acolyte. This is like this is the most stupid thing I've ever heard, but we're going to continue. It's hilarious to me. It says, during an appearance on Entertainment Weekly's Dagobah Dispatch that appears to have been recorded back in April at Star Wars Celebration, Stenberg, alongside the series creator and showrunner Leslie Headland and fellow actor Lee Jung-jae, were asked what it's like for all of you to watch this franchise go from A New Hope in 1977, you know, not exactly a bastion of diversity and inclusion, to working with the cast now on the Acolyte. Why would you only see A New Hope through the eyes of skin color? That means that you are not actually watching this stuff in good faith. You can't convince me that they're trying to watch the original Star Wars movies in good faith. All they're trying to do is go to the better form of media. I'm just being honest with you. Better form of media, the classic movies, and they're trying to tear them down all in the name of fake diversity to push this BS narrative that black people were never safe in fantasy. It's so insane, but let's keep going. It says Stenberg responded first saying, well, I think this day has been really exciting in general because you see the progress that Star Wars is making across the board in all of the streaming and all of the series. Well, I really wouldn't call it progress because as you guys continue to diversify, the shows continue to get worse and worse. And that's because people like this focus solely on diversity and not the actual story that's being told. There's very few hits in the new Star Wars series that have come out over the last few years. Very few, if any. I know a lot of people liked Andor, but not a lot of people watched it, so that really doesn't do it much favor. So at the end of the day, Star Wars is dead. I've been saying this many times. A lot of people in this circle have been saying this many times. Star Wars is absolutely dead. Kathleen Kennedy has murdered this franchise through and through. But to sit there and pretend that all of a sudden it's better because it's more diverse, even though people have basically checked out, you have half the amount of viewers you ever had. If you even have half, I think you lost even more than that. You can't even fund Reva's lightsaber. That's how bad this once money printing franchise now is no longer the case. It is not a money printing franchise. It's a money losing franchise, and it's actually quite sad. It says, she continued, I think that when it comes to the world of fantasy and sci-fi in general, it hasn't felt like a safe space always for people of color, and it's been a world that I've always deeply loved and been invested in. Well, how can you deeply love and be invested in if it wasn't safe for you? I don't understand that. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like, I don't remember the last thing that I deeply loved that I didn't feel safe in. Why would I even give my love to something that apparently doesn't make me feel safe or doesn't warrant my own safety? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So this person is completely full of it. It's this fake narrative about needing to see yourself, needing to see yourself reflected on screen in order to feel validated, in order to feel safe, in order to feel whatever the hell BS feelings that they're trying to tell you is a real deal. They're not they're making it up the entire time. They're making all of this up. They're all spinning the same exact narrative because they're being paid to do so. So it says, to be in any way, shape, or form a part of the wave that is ushering in inclusion and safety for black nerds is like my dream come true, Stenberg concluded. I just can't. I can't take this seriously. I can't take people like this seriously. I really can't. You literally use your skin color as a shield, and it's pathetic. It really is. It is the most pathetic thing that I could ever see. And the fact that you're trying to make it seem as if nerddom wasn't never safe for black people, all the black nerds that are watching me right now, you should literally roast this fucking idiot in the comments for even coming close to suggesting something as stupid as that. Nerd fandom has always been safe for all kinds of people because nerds don't give a shit about your skin color. Nerds only care about whether or not you actually like the source material and are having fun and getting involved in the actual space. There's been so many. If you go to Comic-Con, you're going to see tons of different kinds of backgrounds of people. If you go to any kind of nerd event, you're going to see tons of different backgrounds and people. I would argue it's a hell of a lot more diverse than any Hollywood studio is, guaranteed. Like, this is a joke. It really is a joke. It says, in contrast, Lee Jung-jae then responded through a translator, yes, so that's right. Agree with Amanda. In Star Wars back in the day, I thought it was just a cool film full of surprises. Now, as an older person, I realize the topics that they talked about are much deeper than what's perceived. He continued, in actually working on the project, I understand more of the themes and topics that they talk about, and I really get to explore the emotions and want to express the themes and the topics very well. So in portraying this, I wanted to do well. Lee then relayed, on the first day of set, I felt really excited going in, but day by day as we go deeper into the shooting, I have this responsibility that I really want to do this well, and I focus and concentrate on how I could do this better. So it's not just fun, but it's still exciting. And Amandla and the other cast members and director, we talk about how we can portray and relay the diverse emotions better, and we also talk about diversity. So all the feels, yes, he concluded. At the end of the day, listen, that's what they're talking about on set, and this is why this particular TV show is going to bomb. I guarantee you the Acolyte is going to bomb majorly. I don't really care what anyone says. There has been proof in the pudding with all the Star Wars TV shows that every single one of them have been a massive flop. People will tune in for the first episode, realize how absolutely trash it is, and check themselves out immediately. Nobody wants to watch this feminist garbage. Nobody wants to watch this race narrative garbage. Nobody wants to watch this crap. You guys are making entertainment for yourselves, and that's the problem. Hollywood is making TV shows and movies that they personally want to see. They're making stuff for themselves. They're not making things for the fans of the actual original IP. Absolutely not. We're not the ones that they're targeting. They're targeting the black people who hate themselves. That's what they're doing. They're targeting people of color who feel like they're oppressed. They're targeting women who are angry at men. They're targeting all these other different demographics that are being emotionally driven, and they're targeting them because they know that if they just put out a couple virtue signals, put out a couple of articles, do a couple of interviews, they're going to convince these morons to watch this show and say, oh yes, look at all this diversity. It's doing so great for Star Wars. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So we all know this is full of shit, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just another article of many that we're going to cover regarding the Acolyte. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.